It's Wednesday, December 10th, 2025, and we've got some historical stuff to talk about as we have a massive cold front that is going to sweep over the United States this weekend, and especially on Sunday. Literally, the deep south could get down to the tens. It is going to be very cold. We haven't seen this since January, so we got to keep a very close eye on this, and I'm going to give y'all a good update today. As we can see on our 500 millibar, we got a massive dip in our jet stream. We got high winds up the east coast. And this is going to be on our last model run. If we take this forward to right now over Springfield, we got some high winds. That's bringing a lot of cold air. As this moves even further, we are going to see that warm air maybe up to 60s and in the deep south. And then it's just going to smash with very cold air, and it is going to get all the way down to possibly even Florida, which this is going to be very cold weather. And in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, it could get down to -15, -20. It is going to be very cold. And we are still getting smashed on our northwest side of the country, where an atmospheric river is bringing tons of rain, and it's going to cause a lot of flooding. If we're going to look at our day 2 and day 3 outlook. Now, we only have a chance on our day 3 outlook for some flash flooding and some possible scattered thunderstorms in Texas. What we're really worried about is over here on our northwest side of the country, where we got multiple slight risks of excessive rainfall. This could get up to 6 inches of rain. This is going to be a lot of flash flooding, which we've already seen a ton of flash flooding in these areas. And on our day 2 outlook, we got a small chance of seeing some excessive rainfall, and then besides that, there's just a marginal threat. If we look at our temperature anomalies, we just got a ton of cold air across the entire country. It is in the morning, so it will be cooler than average for most of the country. And we are getting to this winter, and this is going to be a major cold blast right before winter actually starts. So this afternoon, it could get up to the 60s in the deep south, and it's not even going to get out of the 30s up here in the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Great Plains. It is going to be very Arctic air up here all the way through next week. It is going to be very cold, and next week is going to be Christmas, and I believe it will be Christmas by the time next week, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be in the 60s down here in the deep south. That's just going to happen. And then we've got a lot of cold air that is going to set in, and it's always going to be cold up here in these Great Plains, Great Lakes, and Northeast. That's just how it goes. We're going to have this pattern where we have the northern side winds with cold air and snow. Southern side loses with dry and warmer temperatures, which we can't even rule out in January that we see a snow system come through. We can't predict that right now, but there could be one that comes through, maybe bring some snow. With this Arctic air, though, that comes through, there is going to be a chance of some snow in the deep south. If you get some little tiny speckles of snow, there might be a chance of that happening. Besides that, there's going to be a major snow system that comes through the Great Plains, Great Lakes, that is going to bring up to 15 inches. It is getting way stronger than we actually saw at the first when we first run. And it is getting stronger, and we need to look at this even closer because this could get even worse. Satellite, though, we are clearing out in our deep south. We got maybe some cloud cover in there. It is getting a little bit warmer. In the night, it is going to be a little bit below freezing in some areas. In northeast, we've got some rain and showers, maybe some a little bit of snow up there, and then in our northeast, we've got a lot of rain that we have a lot of flash flooding with that. Which that is going to be a big problem with this low pressure system. It is moving fast, and it will be getting smashed by snow. And northern states, which includes the Great Plains and Great Lakes, is going to get smashed by snow, so we really need to keep a close eye on this. Now let's look at our 6 to 10 day outlook. 8 to 14 day outlook is looking like this, way below average temperatures on our east side of the states and way above average on our west side. This is how it is going to be for 14 days. Well, we do see this warm air creeping into our southern states around Christmas. This is going to be leading to 60s and 70s for the highs, and we could get down to maybe 40s and 30s for the lows. And we are hanging on to this cooler than average pattern on our northeast and Great Lakes for quite some time, for 14 days. It's really going to be at its peak strength around 6 to 10 days, but it's not showing that we are going to get this Arctic blast, but it is going to come, as we could get up down to 18 degrees, probably 15. It is going to be very cold in these areas, and then up here is going to be in negative 15, negative 25 possible. Alright, so the weather talk I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you haven't